Hey, you guys, this is Xenoyer the Destroyer here, and man, I'm a little bit upset. Look at here what's going on in Los Angeles. I mean, people are rioting in the streets for good cause. Well, not really rioting, they're protesting, but they're trying to make it out like a riot. Um, so the police, or not the police really, but the ICE, they started like throwing tear gas canisters, using like non-lethal weapons and stuff like that. Um, this is really uncool. Trump's talked about like sending the National Guard, and Hegseth wants to send in the freaking Marines. Last time Trump was in office, we had all this bullshit going on with riots in the streets and everything. So it's not the people that are messed up, it's Trump. People can say, oh, it's wokeism or whatever. No, 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 no. It's Trump because we didn't have that kind of stuff going on with like Biden or Obama. We didn't have the protests that we have every time that Trump comes in there. We didn't have that. The, because and that just shows that the people on the right they're not so upset about what's going on the left that they're going to go protest it. But the stuff that Trump is doing, it's fascist kind of stuff and against the Constitution, plain and simple. They're going and arresting restaurant workers, peaceful restaurant workers and stuff like that, and construction site workers, U.S. citizens, construction site workers. Man, I mean, this is totally messed up. But there's something we could do. Like, stop work, stop spending any money. That might work. I mean, if they want to get jiggity or whatever and start calling in the fucking troops, everybody just stay home. Nobody go to work and do nothing. Don't spend any money. Don't work. And watch the stock market crash. The stock market's already crashed. So the price of silver's shooting up. The price of gold's shooting up, all because of civil unrest. And and it ain't going to get any better until Trump is out. Here, I'll click on this. I'm just a little flabbergasted. Look here. National Guard troops arrived in Los Angeles. See there? Remember Kent State? You, I don't know, most of you people, or a lot of you people may not be old enough to remember Kent State. I was just a little kid. But I remember the songs and everything that was going on because of the riots and stuff. In 1968, my family moved to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and they had riots up there, race riots. And the National Guard was called out and all kinds of stuff. And my parents decided to move back to Hicksville, Florida after that. Um, which I don't know which one was worse. Associated Press. Look at that. See, people are feeling really strongly about this. Um, the Supreme Court, he's ignoring the Supreme Court big time. This is uncool like crazy. So, I don't know. Protest, get on the street and march. Now, I'm an old man, and it's hard for me to fight, but and I live in a rural area. So the best fighting I can do right now is like make these videos, put them out there. Guess I should make more of them. I made one the other day when I was in over by Fort Bayard. So here's another one. This is uncool. And Hegseth, man, the hypocrisy that's going on, it's just horrible. Let me tell you something too. If we don't get a nonpartisan Speaker of the House and all those committee chairs nonpartisan, we're just going to have a repeat of this kind of stuff over and over and over again. I don't care if the Democratic Party gets back in power in the midterms or in the next presidential election. If they don't fix that partisan seat, the Speaker of the House seat and those committee chairs, we're going to have a rerun of what we got now, only it's going to be worse. Do you understand? Look at Mike Johnson. He is a partisan hack. He don't even know what to do now because he's trying to please Trump. He's trying to please everybody. He's trying to be a theocrat. It's so mixed up every which way to Sunday that we have a dysfunctional Congress and all the committee chairs and all that too. Look, Marjorie Taylor Greene is a committee chair. Can you imagine that? She believes in lizard people. She wanted to send, I say this, that she wanted to send troops to the North Pole so that they could fight the lizard people coming out of the hole in the North Pole. But Marjorie Taylor Greene, now, she don't have no business being a committee chair. All those seats, committee chairs, Speaker of the House, when it's time to put those positions up, that he'd be voted on, and as soon as the person gets enough votes, they have to swear an oath. They have to drop out of the party, swear an oath to run this House of Representatives and those committees in a strictly nonpartisan manner. Those are our seats, ours, because of all the damn partisanship of Washington, just like George Washington warned us about. We got this going on. It's partisanship. It's the big elephant in the room, and it's stepping on everybody's toes, and nobody's saying anything about it. And why? Because nobody wants to give up any power. When I was a delegate in the Democratic Party, I talked to a congressman about having a nonpartisan Speaker of the House, and he balked. He was like, "Oh," like that, you know. Well, who's crazy now, right? Who's fucking crazy now? Excuse my language, but I'm getting a little pissed about this. Everybody knows that it's partisanship and nobody wants to do anything about it. So if the Democratic Party wants to be the big heroes, whenever the midterms come, make a rule in the House of Representatives. Nonpartisan Speaker of the House, nonpartisan chairs. I don't know how hard I have to hammer this or how long, because I've been doing it for a decade. This one thing, ever since 2016 when I was a Democratic Party delegate. And it's just got worse and worse and worse. Damn it. And now we got this, and we got Trump, that felon, convicted felon president. It's in cahoots with the Russians. That's what I see it. Oh, Putin was offering Elon Musk sanctuary, asylum. He was like, "Hey, it gets too rough over there in the USA. Come over to Russia, old buddy." Fuck Elon Musk and Trump. I'll tell you what, SpaceX and the Starlink, confiscate those suckers. We paid for them anyway. We paid for them with tax dollars. We got all those grants or whatever, subsidies to get that shit going. We paid for that. And now he's gone rogue. He may do a Benedict Arnold on us. Benedict Arnold, he was like really respected and everything, and he did a lot of great things as a general in the Continental Army, but he didn't think that he was getting good enough rank or being passed over for rank. He got resentful because he was taking it personal. So he made a deal with the British to turn over West Point. He betrayed us. Well, what about Trump? Or what about Elon Musk? That guy was born in South Africa. He wasn't born on this soil. his loyalty lies with himself. And he has proven it over and over again. Confiscate that shit. Deport that Elon Musk. Deport him to South Africa. You know, they talk about dangerous immigrants. He's dangerous. Big time. Dangerous to democracy. And Trump, as soon as possible, get that guy out. It's the next election, fine. If it's sooner, fine. Just get him out. But all you Republicans and congressmen, you need to grow a backbone. And the Democrats need to start hammering them a lot harder. No more pussyfooting around, because they sure as hell ain't. So I guess I have to just leave it right there, because I feel steam starting to come out the top of my head. But anyway, you guys take care of yourself. And honestly, this is serious shit, right? Your congressman threatened to shut the thing down, national goddamn strike, economic strike. Listen to this here first. Here, I'll start this one over again, you guys. And listen up to the words. All right?
Speaker and committee chairs.
Wait a minute.
Be nonpartisan. Drop their party.
Okay, here we go.
We have to stop dancing around the real issue. Partisanship is the problem, and nonpartisanship is the solution. Just look at Congress, the Speaker, and committee chairs are all deeply partisan actors. Mike Johnson is a prime example of what happens when you give absolute procedural power to someone with an ideological agenda. And yes, Marjorie Taylor Greene is now a chairperson. Do we really expect honest oversight from someone whose entire brand is conflict? We need a House rule requiring that the Speaker and committee chairs be nonpartisan, drop their party affiliation, and run things from a neutral, public first stance. Imagine the impact: less gridlock, fewer ideological mandates crammed down our throats, more space for actual governance. The founders warned us about factionalism. They saw what it did to England. We lived through it in our own civil war, and we're watching it again now. Trump is just a symptom of a much deeper rot. Trump is peeling back those layers. She's right to expose it. But once we diagnose the disease, we need a treatment plan. Remove party first actors from power, install public first leadership. And yes, corporations are part of this too. We need national codetermination. Worker voices and corporate governance, the corporate class will hate it. Working people will finally have power where it matters. This isn't about being moderate. It's about being post-partisan. Real accountability, real democracy, real change. The problem is simple. Partisanship is poisoning the system. But the solution, that's complex. You can't expect partisans to dismantle the very machinery that gives them power. Try getting a hyper-partisan Congress to vote for nonpartisan reforms. Good luck! That's why we need structural rules that force neutrality in leadership roles. Require the Speaker and chairs to renounce party allegiance and lead for the public interest. That's not utopian, it's necessary, and it's the only way out of this zero-sum death spiral we call governance. If the Democratic Party truly wants to be the hero in this story, to be the party that saves democracy, they have to be willing to give something up: power. Not forever, not to the other side, but to principle, to the idea that no party, no matter how well-intentioned, should hold absolute sway over the machinery of Congress. That means leading by example. Advocate nonpartisan leadership, champion electoral reform, and sacrifice short-term advantage for long-term democratic health. That's not weakness, it's self-restraint. It's the kind of leadership that doesn't just win, but heals. Because partisanship isn't just a strategy anymore, it's become a cancer. And if Democrats want to be remembered as the ones who stop the bleeding, they need to be the first to put down the knife. I say this as someone who knows the Democratic Party from the inside. I was a delegate in 2016. Today, I'm registered no party in New Mexico, not because I don't care, but because I do. If the Democratic Party had the courage to take the high road, to abandon partisanship in key leadership roles, to put democratic integrity over political convenience, I'd register as a Democratic again without hesitation. But I'm not going to reward a system that just manages decline slightly better than the other side. We need more than symbolic resistance. We need structural reform.
We need structural reform because we got a broken system. So I'll leave it at that, you guys, and we'll talk about it again.